Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, your libido doc here. In this video, we're going to talk about supplements that support your libido and stress. So one of the first things to really understand about a low libido is that there's many root causes. So that is why I have my free libido quiz for you guys. So you can go and take that at libidoquiz.com. That will help you identify what the likely most realistic root cause is, the top root cause. Usually there's more than one that are actually components of low libido, but it will help identify, is it hormones, is it adrenals, is it neurological, is it cardiovascular? Because as far as improving libido, there's many different ways we can look at this, right? So if it's cardiovascular, oftentimes supplements such as citrulline are good. If it is neurological, then oftentimes such supplements such as kava kava are good. So it's really going to be totally dependent upon the root cause. Now, again, this month we're focusing a lot on stress and libido. So as far as stress and libido, some of the top things that are really useful for stress are adaptogenic herbs. One of the things that happens with stress and how it impacts libido and why stress hormones get out of balance, in part, is because what happens over long periods of stress is the brain and the adrenal glands that produce the stress hormones basically stop talking to each other. I'm really giving you the simplified version of this to help you understand, but there's a communication gap. The brain is not telling the body to produce the right amount of cortisol, and when that happens, the stress hormone cortisol gets wacky, gets out of balance, right? And that is linked to low libido. So if you have a cortisol and you have if you're highly stressed, if you have a cortisol imbalance, we want to consider herbs such as ginseng and rhodiola and ashwagandha. These are herbs that are called adaptogens. So these are herbs that I work with a lot. I've been working with a lot for many, many years. I'm on these herbs. I take herbs like this all the time, oftentimes daily, because I like to push myself really hard. But I also like to enjoy pleasure and keep my stress in check and not have imbalanced cortisol and all those things. So I do that by a lot of different things, but I do that in part by using herbs that are really designed to support my adrenals. The other thing that can really happen, especially if you're feeling that like complete overwhelm, tired but wired, like I can't even think hardly about sex because I can't even think about getting out of bed, is what's called an adrenal glandular. That's literally what it's called. I do have those available at my store as well for you guys, but that's another thing that can really help that stress response. Now, beyond supplements, remember, you have the natural cocktail in your body. So I'm giving you supplements that can be helpful because it's really about physical, it's mental, emotional, all of these areas play into stress. And we want to make sure that we're not forgetting about taking time to give yourself a, self massage. See if your partner can give you a rub down if you have a partner. Have cuddle time, right? All of these things will release oxytocin and help to balance stress. So what we put in our body, and also the lifestyle things that we choose can make a big difference. But those are some things to start. Get your adrenal adaptogenic herbs. So these are things, again, like ginseng, rhodiola, ashwagandha, and then also consider doing it at adrenal glandular is what it's called. Adrenal glandulars are big punches for the adrenals. They oftentimes can make people feel a lot more energized very quickly. The results with those are pretty profound sometimes, in a very short amount of time. So again, go over to the free libido quiz at libidoquiz.com to get information there about your stress and about other components that could be contributing to low libido, that could be contributing to not living your most fabulous life. All right, everybody, I hope this is helpful. I always appreciate your comments and your shares. I will see you in another video.